Hello again, Steve.
Oh, heck.
Yeah, glad to be here with you again. The subject today is Psalm 96.
Oh, 96, yes.
Sing to the Lord a new
A
song.
new song. This is an interesting text because of its location in the Psalter itself. In Psalm 89, we have a turning point in the book of Psalms. Psalm 89 is, in some sense, located in the disaster of 587. The nation has collapsed, and people are being taken into exile. The hopes that they had for the Davidic monarchy seem like they're dead. And so editorially, what follows is a little pamphlet, Psalm 90 through 100. And in that pamphlet, they celebrate the sovereignty of God. Because in Babylonia, part of what the people needed to hear is that their God was still God. Their God was still sovereign, even though they had been dragged out of their homeland and forced into this new community.
And they're singing while they're there.
And they're singing while they're there. The language of a new song is interesting language in a traditional society type where new isn't always a good thing. And so one asks the question, why are they using new song language? And it becomes an even bigger question when you look at the content, because there's nothing in the content of the psalm that is new. That might indicate that the word new can better be translated as a renewing psalm. One of the key themes of Psalm 96 is that God created the whole world and that all nations, because prior to this, when they were still in Judah, it was easy to think of God as being a local God, in the neighborhood God.
Mm-hmm.
Once you're forced to live outside your own homeland, now you have to come up with theological formulations that understand that God is still there, even though you're in a brand new region. I'm reminded of the songs of the Civil Rights Movement.
Mm-hmm.
In those songs, one of the things they did is they took old songs and made them new again.
Mm-hmm.
Charles Tindley's old hymn, I Shall Overcome, in the Civil Rights Movement becomes We Shall Overcome.
Right.
And so in that regard, it has fairly old language that now becomes a new song. And likewise, when it says sing a new song, a lot of the language here is quite old. We see it in the turmoil, the thunder. That's very traditional creation language all across that region. And so it's going to use that traditional language to make the case that the God of the Hebrews is the God that created the whole world. What I often tell my students is the laments are not that different than the blues. The blues say, my baby done left me, my baby done left me, my baby done left me.
Mm-hmm.
And the laments say, God has left me, God has left me, God has left me. Both of them have the same premise.
Right.
Namely, my baby shouldn't have left me, and God shouldn't leave me.
So they would have had a celebration song in Judah, and now they got the blues.
And now they got the blues. So that there's that sort of continuity that the new context reframes. And in this song, the new song reframes the old affirmations. God is there at the beginning of creation and is as dependable as the foundations of creation.
Mm-hmm. Fascinating.